Very good morning to one and all joining us for the Gallop TV show, pre-recorded on Friday for the Saturday meeting, which takes place at Turffontein Racing in Johannesburg. On the line with me is Alistair Cohen. Firstly, Alistair, how are you doing? And secondly, what do you think of the card for the punters?
Yeah, Sheldon, good day to you. Good day to all the viewers, all the listeners, all the racing fans out there. Standalone Saturday at Turffontein. Obviously, the rain has wreaked absolute havoc down in Cape Town. So we're busy next week in Cape Town. There'll be a lot of double headers. Obviously, there won't be a dead Monday. We had Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Monday. But yeah, that's where we're going to be making up for lost ground. So I think that'll probably help punters and give them a better bang for that buck with potentially bigger pools. I don't mind the card. We were very, very unlucky on Thursday to fall out in the final leg, so hoping to make amends for that. I think there's something for everyone on this card. There's the typical couple of races where I think you can hold it light, and I think there's a couple of races where you need to put your thinking caps on. So a nice challenge for one and all. I think there's something for everyone here.
That's what I like to hear, because each and every punter has a different bet, different viewpoint, and a little bit of a buffet menu on offer here. Let's get straight into the first race. Now, looking at the juveniles, number 6, Miss Leah's at 11-10. Number 1, Crimson Cloud is 2-1. And then Saigon Susie, number 7, is at 6-1. Are you strong on the favourite number 6, or do you believe it's not as straightforward as that?
Sheldon, it's a good race for all the right reasons. When you have a look at the form of Boston Glory when Miss Leah ran ahead second, the third horse One Party was beaten 3 lengths and won. The fifth horse Gaelic Dancer, and that's key, Gaelic Dancer, came out and won. The sixth horse Komati River has come out and run second, and they're also that we've beaten double figures that have closed the deficit and halved the margin of defeat in their second starts or in their next start. So from all those points of view, number 6 Miss Leah should have the open highway to get the job done. Yapila Sunday Paulie takes her out for Paul Matchett. And when I said Gaelic Dancer's key here, you make number 1 Crimson Cloud and 2 Together Again, horses that might be able to trouble number 6 Miss Leah. But if Miss Leah finished in front of Gaelic Dancer finished in front of Together Again, and Together Again finished in front of Crimson Cloud when they met behind She's a Bomber, I think that puts those two chances into perspective. The first timer, very interesting here, number 5 Destiny of Fire, well-bred daughter of Master of My Fate out of a well-performed mare, Festival of Fire. I'd venture to say that she will probably be most effective over a mile. So with all that said, I think number 6 Miss Leah at 11-10 could be worth a win bet to start the day off before the exotics.
There we go, win bet, and maybe to start some of your doubles in the first race. On to race number 2, and yeah, number 8 Xanthar from 2-1 has shortened down 15 and 16 to 10. So there's anti-post support. Number 9 Komati River 22-10, and number 3 Cat O'Clock at 3-1. So the Tony Peters stable, they hold a very strong hand here. Are you in the camp of Xanthar or one of the Tony Peter horses, Alistair?
Very much in the camp of number 8 Xanthar here, Sheldon. Gavin Arena takes her out for the Aussies. Tried 1,400 metres for the first time last time with a tongue tie. I don't think he got home. I don't think he stays. He shows a lot of pace, and that seems to be where he's most effective. His runs in Cape Town were good. His run to Truth on Truth's debut was good. And I think all that stacks up a lot stronger than anyone else. I don't know how the Willie Meter gain form line is going to work that Komati River and Cat O'Clock bring into the picture here. Cat O'Clock, I think, is probably just needed her runs back, so it's not inconceivable that she turns the form around with number 9 Komati River. But I think number 8 Xanthar, even though he holds an entry, funny enough, for a Thursday card next week, so that for me is a sign of well-being, that he's been entered so many times, that he's expected to run twice in the coming week. So I think for all those reasons, number 8 Xanthar will take all the beating. If you're playing a bar pot, for me, he's a banker.
Right, let's move on to race number 3, which will be the opening leg of the Place Accumulator, being a 9-race program. We'll move on to the 4th race next. That is the Pick 6, which is the suggested bet by Alistair. But in the meanwhile, matters at hand, race number 3, Alistair. I see Caden Brewer and Alec Laird are teaming up with a 12-10 shot, and then we go out 7-2 about Bay Empire and 5-1 Panning Gold. Do you think Caden Brewer and Alec Laird are going to end up in the winner's box?
You know, Sheldon, this race is very interesting to me. It's interesting for the right reasons. I don't think it's all that straightforward. To talk about US Druslet first, on debut, he was one of those that just went straight into the next time category. He actually ran a lovely race. He stayed on strong. He came from a distant position and was touched off by one party, and the experience, the extra 150 meters, the education would help him to no end, number 6, US Druslet. So he's very much in the play. He is just my top selection, but I think the price is a little bit too short in terms of having a straight win bet here. And, you know, you'd probably be a PA banker if you're looking for backup, and I don't think there's any shortage. I'm just a little bit uneasy here about having a bet on number 6, US Druslet, despite what I saw first time out. I think number 1, Bay Empire, is open to a ton of improvement, stepping up to this distance for the first time. It was a fair debut behind Bjorn Ironside. Bjorn Ironside, I think, is definitely above average, and Bay Empire has definitely got a lot more scope to come. Richard Free rode him first time out. Gavin Lorena rides him this time from draw 1. He'll have every chance. Diwali Rocket is interesting for me. There was an alarming drift about him last time behind Bacchus, but his form to guerrilla warfare, that's one of the stronger juvenile forms in the half out around, so he's not without a chance. I'm a bit worried about number 7, Pan in Gold, I must be honest. Even though I didn't particularly like him last time out, his run was very, very poor. So I don't really know where to fit him in, because he's got some runs that put him into the picture, and he's got that last run that doesn't really put him into the picture. And then number 10, Skittle Skies, has had no luck with draws. Ran on the Vol Classic track, penultimate start, draw 12 out of 12. You have no chance from there. And then last time, 7 out of 7, Turffontein for the first time. Again, he's not blessed with the best draw, but I think he'll be there and thereabouts. So there are a lot of chances. If you push me into a corner and ask me for an order of preference, 6, 1, and 3, but I definitely wouldn't be bankering one horse in the bar pot at least.
Well, there you go. Room for thought, as you've heard from Alistair. You're going to be the judge. Are you going to banker, or are you going to include 1 or 2 extra runners? Right, on to race number 4, the opening leg of your suggested bet, which is the pick 6, and you've gone 4, 5, and 8, the top 3 in the betting. Alistair, at this point in time on the Hollywoodbets site, they've got numbers 4 and 8, Lady of Tibet and Silver Parasol, both trading at 16 to 10, and then number 5, Party Punch, at around 5 to 1.
Sheldon, ordinarily when I looked at this race and I looked at the form, you know, sort of going through them one by one and eliminating those that I don't think have got a chance, and then looking at those that I think have a chance, ordinarily all of 4, 5, and 8, they'd be all horses that I'd be looking to try and beat, but the problem is, who are we going to beat them with? And I think by default we kind of punching against each other, and one of them is going to win. Hence, I've gone all 3 in the pick 6, which is my suggested bet. Interesting that there's money around for number 7, Sensoria. First run for the yard. Her best run was 5.5 lengths to Parisian Walkway. I don't know if that's quite enough, but clearly someone out there thinks the change of surroundings will bring a bit of life for number 7, Sensoria. So maybe if you're looking for one more, she could be it. They've all got pretty, you know, nice numbers, but against shallow opposition, Sheldon. Number 4, Lady of Tibet, beaten a short hit by Can't Fool Me. Can't Fool Me went off at any price last time out. So can she turn that around? Possibly, but can you be confident? No. Party Punch has also just suddenly turned the corner in the last 3 starts. The guerrilla warfare run of those 3 might look the worst, but you know, that form line is standing up quite nicely, but again, how confident can you be? And then number 8, Silver Parasol, another horse that flats to deceive, gone off at short prices in the past and run no sort of race. So I think that she's quite moody, the daughter of Gimme the Green Light. So without being confident about any of the 3, by default, those are the 3 that are in the race, 4, 5, and 8. So to be honest, it's a matter of survival for me in the first leg, because I think all of them have vulnerabilities, but just the rest have more vulnerabilities than those 3.
Well, there we go. Take note of the outside support for Sensorio from 50 to 1 down 16 to 1. So that might just be the shrewy in the pack. That'll take us on to race number 5, where number 2, DeMarco's Jet, is 13 to 10. And another short price favourite on the card here, Alistair. Then goes 33 to 10, Safe Space number 6. Viva de Janeiro out at 9 to 2. And just looking at your numbers, you not sold on the favourite number 2, DeMarco's Jet?
13 to 10, that is far too short. Far too short for me. Although I respect her chances, although she's in my pick 6, and it wouldn't blow me away if she were to win. She's got cheap pieces on for the first time, Muzi Yeni on for the first time, draw 1 for the first time. But for me, taking on Braze, it's a little bit of an ask for number 2, DeMarco's Jet. We'll know a lot more about her after this. I'm keen on number 8, Call Me Master here. Gavin Larena rides for Robbie Sage, a combination that you don't see too often. Last time behind Grand Crescendo, who runs in a Grade 1 on Gold Cup Day at Hollywoodbets Greyville, we were fearful of Call Me Master. There was money for Call Me Master, which didn't surprise anybody. So it didn't surprise too many people back at the ranch. And he ran into trouble. He would never have beaten Grand Crescendo, but he would have got a lot closer. He would have been in the first 4. Of that, I can put my absolute neck on the block with that. And he's got some good enough numbers, and his ratings come down gradually. He's come down even more to a 64, has Call Me Master, from a once 80. He was 80 not so long ago. He's got to be close to the sweet spot now, Sheldon. I think that he is, whatever price he is, he's overpriced, and even if he shortens, and I expect him to shorten, he could still be overpriced. So I think this could be his day in the sun, his next day in the sun, number 8, Call Me Master. Obviously, we've spoken about number 2, DeMarco's Jet. 5, Viva de Janeiro, Warren's Respect, got blinkers on for the first time. Let's see how that all works out. Dennis Schwarz rides for Fani Bronkhorst. There is a line of form with Clarkson here and Call Me Master. If you go back to the 16th of June, Viva de Janeiro finished in front of Call Me Master. There was a length in it, but Call Me Master's got a very solid swing at the weights. And then number 6, Safe Space. I thought 2 Miles West was an absolute certainty last time. He didn't let the team down, and Safe Space, I think, will be a better horse on the back of that 3-month break, so he's also worth including. But each way play in race number 5, definitely number 8, Call Me Master. He's got value written all over him.
Well, let's catapult into race number 6, where numbers 1 and 8 will be your top 2 selections. And this is a Pinnacle Stakes over 1,400 meters. And just looking at the popular selection, that'll be number 1, Bavarian Beauty. And this individual ran in the Grade 1 Ridgemont Garden Province Stakes last time out. Let's just have a look at the record. 10 runs, 3 wins, and a 2nd and a 3rd. 60.5 kilograms, best weighted. What do you make of Bavarian Beauty in this lineup, Alistair?
Horse to beat, Sheldon. She's a Grade 1 winner, although she's not won since, or she has won once since winning the Douglas White Tigweni Stakes when beating another level. But, you know, after winning that and getting the rating that you achieve, you're forced to run against the best, the cream of the crop, the best fillies and mares in the country, and she's not been disgraced. She's just probably not quite as good as some of the others, like Double Grand Slam over 1,400 meters. No 3-year-old filly's better than Give Me Another. And then Humdinger last time, where she was just not disgraced, and she whacked away and was just behind Humdinger and Happy Chance, who ran 1st and 2nd. So I think on the back of that performance, coming down to this type of level, despite top weight which she's earned, that she will take all the beating. But I've got a little bit of time for one of the bottom weights, number 8, Bonetta. She's underachieved the daughter of Querari. She's a 2-time winner, but with 50 kilos on her back from a good draw, I think Mark de Kock scratching his head with regard to distance with his daughter of Querari, probably unsure what her best trip is. Tried her in sprints, tried her over 1.5 miles, and she's running the same type of race. But with 50 kilos on her back, and on the last run to Miss Hannigan, who ran a close-up 4th on Thursday at Turffontein, she finished in front of Cape Lights and Key Elements, and she's got a positive swing at the weights. So I think if there's ever going to be life from her, with just 50 kilos on her back, this could be the day for number 8, Bonetta. I think Bavarian Beauty, very much my top selection, but I've definitely got it open-ended for number 8, Bonetta.
Right, let's move along to race number 7, all things being equal, 15.35. Number 6, Waterloo is 14 to 10. Number 2, Virginia Beaches at 9 to 2. And then numbers 3 and 4, Law of Success and Jasiri at 5 to 1. Law of Success from 6 to 1 down 5 to 1. So a little bit of early money there. Now just looking at your perm of your pick 6 here, you're looking to beat the favourite.
Sheldon, I'm setting up my stall. I really like what I saw from Jasiri last time. She won it easier than the margin suggested on the Vaal Classic track. She was full value for the win. She got a £3 penalty. Her run to Dreamland in an anti-penultimate start. Dreamland's running in the Mgeni handicap on Gold Cup Day at Hollywoodbets Greyville. He's gone on a streak. I think he's won 4 in a row. So Jasiri is many divisions behind a horse who was only 4 lengths in front of her only 3-4 months ago. And penultimate start to Fennec Fox, where she had the worst draw. Go watch again. I don't know how Raymond Danielson stayed on the back of this daughter of Canford Cliff. She ducked a shadow, and Raymond did like a motocross stunt on number 4 Jasiri just to stay on board. And afterwards, I actually went to Raymond and I said, I was at Turffontein that day. I said, how did you stay on? He said, I actually don't know, but I promise you, I was making a run to go very, very close. This filly will go close next time, and then she obviously won. I think she's above the handicapper. When you take a horse like Waterloo, you took a while to win. Maybe she's in her place. She got penalised for being a loser last time. I'm not a fan of that. On cue, I'm just a bigger fan of her at the Val. Miston Scotland ran a stinker at Hollywoodbets Scottsville on Wednesday. Remains to be seen if she takes her place. Virginia Beach hasn't won since her debut. I'm very, very, very keen on number 4 Jasiri here. I think she'll win. She's my banker on the card, Sheldon.
Well, there you go, Jasiri at around 5-1. Alistair could be spot on. And I said he's looking to beat the favourite. He's actually bankered this individual Jasiri, so he's looking to beat the rest of the field. On to race number 8. We're talking about the field. Number 1, Ride On, early money, 7-2 down, 28-10. Number 2, Munchkin is 3-1, and then you can get 4-1 and better the balance. We won't spend too much time on this event because I believe you've gone the field in this race, and I can see exactly why.
Yeah, I'm getting a headache just looking at this race again, Sheldon. I have absolutely no idea what to expect. Everything's got a chance here. There are a lot of horses that have been costly to follow. The horses that have been on my radar for a while that might be a run away from getting the job done. The horses like Pendragon, who I think is just better on the inside track than on the stand side track, but not inconceivable that he won. Prince of Denmark, I think, has a bit of a say. If you ask me for a top selection, although I couldn't possibly have a better, would be number 3, Midnight Fusion, especially if Jasiri runs a race earlier. Part owned by Pierre Straden, by the way, is number 3, Midnight Fusion. Trent Mayhew gets the pressure of riding for one of the best that we've ever seen. She's bound to win one of these days on her earlier form. Ratings come down another £2. Might be shrewd to take the 2.5 kilos off the back, but you can make a case for all and you can make a case for none at the same time, Sheldon. Go field if you can afford it. That's what I've done.
Excellent. That'll take us on to the 9th and final race. And as we say, all things being equal and everything going according to the script, hopefully you're standing in the final leg of the pick 6. 16:45 will be the time you need to sit down, put the TV on and watch. Number 6, Nera is 3-1. Number 9, Phoenix Fox, 3-1. Number 7 is 7-2. And number 8, Peace of Mind, 7-2. So, Alistair, the first quartet of runners, they're basically just about joint favourites, which shows you the open nature of the race.
Yeah, it is open, Sheldon, but I do think we can eliminate quite a few here. My numbers are 2, 6, 7, and 9. The reason why I've left out number 8, Peace of Mind, is that she collapsed after her win last time, and I don't like that type of recovery. That's a big red flag for me, and about number 8, Peace of Mind, despite the fact that she's probably got more ability than anyone in this race. So I've left her out. Who would be my top choice? Probably be number 9, Phoenix Fox, on the back of 2 wins, going for a hat-trick of wins. Got £4 for beating Pendragon the last time. I think that she just got to the right place in terms of rating to be able to start winning her races. She beat Radon in her penultimate start. Radon was just denied by Here Komi Boki, who's now rated 93, I think I saw 97, somewhere there, somewhere in the 90s. So that's how far ahead number 9, Phoenix Fox, has gone above the curve. Pilasande Mpoli is 2 from 3 on this daughter of Korari, so she might have another win in the tank before life gets really hard if the handicapper gets stuck into her again. But I wouldn't make her a good thing. Number 2, Wait for Green Lights, has done well since winning a maiden. I thought that, the fact it took her so long to win a maiden, that she might fall out the back door and really, really need to drop and face weak opposition before we saw her feature again. But she's held her form. She's run last year again with Jasiri there. If that runs well a couple of races earlier, that'll enhance her chances. 6, Nera, same comment applies, beaten by Jasiri. Good run last time, 3rd run after a rest, should be better for it. She's in the race. And number 7, Mickey's Bomb's always a filly that I've got a bit of time for. Muzi Yeni rides for Fani Broncos, drawn towards the outside down the Turffontein stand side straight. That's what you'd like to see in terms of draw. The blinkers go on for the first time in a while. They didn't seem to make much of a difference when they were tried before, but I like the runs that she's putting together. She's not without hope. So those are the 4 that I'm going in with in the final leg.
Well, thank you very much, Alistair. Before we bid you farewell, we're going to bring up your suggested bet for all your followers out there, and that'll start in race number 4 with the pick 6, I believe.
Yep, let's go at 10 to 2 is when the pick six begins. It's actually a perfect type of day because we've got the Open Championship, the end of the Tour de France, Springbok Rugby, obviously a little bit of cricket going on, but I think all of that kind of dovetails either before or after the racing, so it's well structured race day on Saturday at Turffontein. First leg of the pick six, 4, 5 and 8, Lady of Tibet, Party Punch and Silver Parasol. By 2, DeMarco's Jet, who is the favourite, but definitely not my top choice. 5, Viva de Janeiro, 6, Safe Space, and number 8, Call Me Master, who's my value on the day. By 1 and 8, Bavarian Beauty and Bonetta. By banker number 4, Jasiri, really like her. By field in the penultimate leg, and in the final leg, 4 horses gone. 2 wait for Green Light, 6 Nearer, 7 Micker's Bomb, and also number 9, Fennec Fox.
Well, thanks very much, Alistair. Always value your input. Be safe, and hopefully the horses do it for us on the track, as we always say.
Brilliant, Sheldon. Yep, hoping for a good date. I love standalone Saturdays. I don't like blank Mondays. So all of that's come to fruition this week. So hopefully punters get everything that they need and everything that they desire. Thanks so much.
Thanks very much to Alistair Cohen joining us on the line for the Turffontein meeting. And as you as the punter and the lifeline of racing, hopefully you're on the receiving end and your pockets and your accounts are full the end of the meeting.